in this problem?
And that's the problem.
The age gap.
The age gap. See, we're living in a part of the world where age gap is a problem. See, unlike other parts where you would have people of older, would have older partner or a lesser partner. But see, when it comes to this part of the world, the African mentality, see, we live in a male-dominated environment. And this male dominance, when it enters into marriage, where you have a young lady and an older man, the man treats the young lady like the child. Oh. Yes. Now, see, for instance, in this letter, it is a case of a father and a daughter. To the extent that the man even says that, the woman writes that, the man says the parents are not even old enough to be receiving money from her. You see, so that suggests to us that the man is virtually treating the lady like the daughter, and I say, a young girl. You see, so he has to reason for her, think for her. She can't do anything without the knowledge of the man. So instead of treating the young lady as a wife, now treating her as a child, a young girl.
Emma, you've got this smile on your face. That kind of... have you ever been in a relationship like that before?
Which of them?
Which other relationship are we talking about? No, but like bringing it down to on a more serious note. Do you agree, disagree with what Pastor Dawson is saying?
I think I agree. To some extent, I agree, because we always say that age is a number. 40 is not too much for you to be acting like you're 70 already. And 20 is almost half of what the man has. So age is just a number, but the girl didn't have time to grow in the mind, because she had to prove to the man that I'm mature enough. I have my reasons why I'm sending money to my parents. And you'd have to come along, because marriage, one doesn't have to forgo. You have to meet at a certain point. So if it's the money that's too much, then you can advise her, look, honey, I think if you send a lesser one or more than that, it's fine. But telling me to actually stop, then unless this girl comes back to tell us that this man has been taking care of her since she was a baby and kind of owe her life to him. But if she had her parents, doing exactly what the parent is supposed to be doing, and it's time for you to ideally, get back, and then this man says no, then I think he's becoming a bit of a bully. The age, and then,
mentally, Natalia, mentally, you think would you call it a mental game, some kind of playing on his mentality a bit? I mean, MFS uses, alludes to maturity or immaturity for that matter.
Well, I think I disagree with both of you. I still maintain that age is just a number. Because, you can have a 40-year-old who behaves like a 20-year-old and then vice versa. And the minute anybody decides to get married, and unless they were under duress to marry, I want to believe that they were ready for whatever it comes with, or they go through counseling, or I don't know. There has to be a process so that your mind is ready. Now, when you are married, he's my husband, I'm his wife. It's not he's 40-year-old, I'm 20-year-old. So when we have to make a decision, or when we're discussing anything, I'm not looking at this man as, oh my God, the 40-year-old. I'm looking at him as my husband. So we're talking. I want to send money to my mom. I'm not asking your permission. I'm only letting you know that this is what I intend to do. If you disagree, we can argue over it, but you don't have to force me to not do it or to do it. See, that's where there's a problem. I don't think it has anything to do with age. I think it has everything to do with the man maybe being a bully. He'll do that to another 40-year-old woman if he was married to a 40-year-old woman.
But I almost kind of disagree a little bit. I shouldn't say I disagree, because I understand where both of you are coming from. And Pastor, I also understand where you're coming from. But don't you think that it could be a combination of, listen, young lady, what you are doing, let me advise you on how to do it. Isn't it possible that at 40 you might think that you know just a little bit more than your 20-year-old wife? Isn't that possible? Isn't that why, kind of like his inner bully is rearing its ugly head?
Anita, that's a challenge. You see, because he's 40 years. The experiences he has been through, see, the life experiences, the things he has confronted, the things he has heard, the things he has seen. See, he looks at this lady, and perhaps he thinks to himself, she has not been through that. She doesn't even know what it takes to be there. So probably she would need more than just an advice. Because from the letter, it looks as if it is a forceful thing. It's not as if there's something
it's not a negotiation.
Yes, or they negotiate. So he tells her, do this, you have to do this. See, from the letter, the lady said that at a point she said that she should remember that she should not come there by herself. It looks as if it's a contractual marriage rather than a covenant marriage.
I wish we knew how they got married. I really wish she had,
Yes,
she had
yes.
written that.
It looks as if it was a favor on the part of the man. Maybe, let me marry you. I'll take you to Abuchi.
Yes, and they live outside of Ghana.
They live
too.
outside Ghana. I'll take you outside Abuchi. I'll take you outside. So you come. And you see, once you move away from your nation of birth to a different place, you see, it becomes something different. And they just married for 3 years. Right?
Yes.
Just 3 years. So you see, the lady hasn't even gotten time to settle down or anything. But see, so it is a matter of, you are young, you keep quiet, you don't know much. You see,
Dictatorship.
You never
Yes.
know, but
Yeah.
you see, look, let's go back to the drawing board anyway. In the marriage, I like to think that this woman is not a typical girl who thinks that once I am married, my money belongs to me. And then I can use my money for what I decide. But the man is the one who takes care of everything. Because then this man is referring, remember that you didn't come to America yourself. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wherever
Anywhere,
wherever
it
it
is. I love America. And so remember that you didn't come here by yourself. Maybe from visa to passport to everything. She probably didn't do anything. She didn't even make any attempt to help. Because see, the man may not ask. But if you have the natural zeal to do certain things at home, and this man feels that, you know what, look, I can't. You must be ashamed of yourself if this girl is trying to help you in the house and yet wants to send money and you're complaining. She mentioned that it's not like if he asked me to help at home, I wouldn't help. My question is, are you motivated? Do you do it? Shall we even ask you first? As a woman, shall I ask you to get salt before you get it?
So hang on a second, Emma, before you continue, you are sensing that is a situation where she doesn't even put certain things or make certain things available, put certain things, make certain contributions.
Yes.
Enough for him to say, well, of course she makes contributions, and so you know. But she said something about being at home, having a baby, being at home. I wish I could ask her, where does the money come from? Because if you're outside of Ghana, whatever, she hasn't said if she's working or. Do you see? But would that even change the equation, Natalia? Assuming that she were working, assuming it's her own money, assuming she were doing the, you know, making all these contributions. Do you think that a man in that nature would then be so difficult in terms of she helping her family?
Well, it depends. You know, again, she didn't give us a lot of details to work with.
She had.
I know. But here's what. I think this is something you discuss. And I think this is where I will agree with Emefa, because if you're not contributing at home, you know, you have a baby and you just sit at home and he's doing 3 jobs and coming and giving you this and that, and the money you make, you think I have to send it to my parents. I mean, it would definitely upset anybody, you know.
Yeah.
If it was the man doing it, she would equally be upset. So it depends on, you know, what exactly the deal is and the details. If she's contributing anything, if she's not contributing anything, you know, how does she even make the money that she's sending if she's sitting at home not working, you know? So, I mean, all these things need to come together.
A few loopholes that I wish we had responses to. But let's have a discussion based on assumption. Pastor Danso, in a situation where a man would say your parents are not even old enough for you to be sending money to, I'm guessing he means your parents are still young, they should be working. In this situation, surely her parents know she's having an issue sending money to them. What should a parent's role be then?
I think the parent's role, you see, it becomes difficult, especially when the child is living outside the country. If they were in, let's say, they were all in Ghana here, it would have been different. The parents could have intervened in a more tactful way. But see, now she's living outside. Let's say she's in America, Russia, wherever. You see, probably coming back to Ghana, even with plane tickets, what is she going to get that money? You see, that's going to be a problem. Will she get that money to come back home? You see, how frequent will the parents even get access to her? Probably on phone or whatever. It's going to be difficult. So the parents intervening, I think they have to go to a prayer camp and pray. If that is going to be the problem. You see, but aside that, you see, the parents' involvement will be less.
Right.
Yes, since they are living outside the camp.
So there's a separation, clearly.
There is a separation. And from the letter, I realized that the problem of the man is not that the lady is not helping at home. His problem is that the lady is sending money to the parents.
Why would it be a problem?
Yes, who he thinks that the parents
should be able to work for themselves.
Yes, they are too young to be receiving money from
them.
Yes.
If they were older and not working, then it will make sense. But here's what. In Ghana, when you go to a brochure, you have to send money home. You have to send money home.
But you know, true. But have we thought about a possible scenario? At the age of 20, your parents could very well be in their 50s, which is not very much older from your husband.
Yes.
So ultimately, if I'm the one who's really working myself off and I'm in this country and I'm working to keep a roof over your head, then your parents, who may not be probably that much older than me, come on.
They should
worry
be
your parents. You know, I understand the whole abroche issue, but I can understand, I could understand his frustration as well.
Yes.
We're all working to whatever.
Make ends meet.
Make ends meet.
Yeah, but yes, I think it's something that I know that somebody might definitely say something to me for saying this, but I'll say it. It's an African parent thing, or maybe a Ghanaian parent thing, because I haven't lived in Nigeria or Togo, so I can't say. But if your parents have raised you up until a point, when you start working, there's certain things you have to start doing at home for them. You know, paying utility, doing this and that. I mean, it comes naturally to us. The minute you start working, nobody has to tell you that. You do it. So even when you travel abroad, you're thinking back, because at the end of the month, my mother will pay this and that, and my father will buy this and that. And it's something I've been doing even when I was back home. So why wouldn't I still do it?
Okay.
You know, so it's something that, I mean, we do, you know.
It comes naturally.
It comes naturally. I mean, if my mom had to pay, like, what, 5,000 cedis a seminar for a semester for me to go to university, and I'm done and I have a good job. What is it if I'm sending 1,000 cedis home every month? You know, I'm thinking that if I'm making enough money, why not?
But that's a clause. If I'm making enough money.
Yeah, but I'm exactly.
But you know Natalia, is it you who said the thing about the brochure? You go and then you send.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you're not making enough money, but hey, the odd $50 doesn't.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
People don't get it. People think that that grass is definitely green on the other side. When you go to a brochure, never mind that. Yes, never mind that you're struggling and you're not even. You haven't started working yet, or you're not making enough. Who cares? As far as we're concerned, you start on a plane and you went to Abuja. So you have to send money home. That is when everybody starts telling you their problems. Oh, did you know that Nana is not feeling well? You know, your grandma, she said she has this and that. Oh, did you know this? Everybody calls you, and it means that send something home.
Reverend, do you think that I mean, you're the man. You're the only man amongst us, and probably you better than the three of us. Is a man justified in helping his wife decide where to put her money?
Since the two shall become one, he is advising, right? He's not enforcing.
No, he's enforced, kakra.
Like in the letter.
Yes, I mean,
in the letter, I think it's total enforcement.
Yes.
Yes, he's virtually telling her what to do with her money.
You are a pastor.
Yes.
Is it right that a man embargo or put some restriction on how his wife spends her money, assuming it's her own money?
I don't think so, but I would also add that in case, let's say, the wife is a heavy spender, okay, even though it's her own money, but she's a heavy spender, but both of us, we live in the same house, we have kids. You can't be buying things that's too expensive, or things we don't even need in the home.
Right.
You see, in that case, the man can, in a way, suggest or, yes, try that to tell the wife that, look, my dear, what you're doing is going to go against the family. Can you cut down all these things? You see, but in a case where it's not like that. It's not as if the woman is a heavy spender or anything, but she just wants to get some things for herself. I don't think it's bad. You need to allow her to do some things on herself. After all, the money belongs to her.
Yeah.
You
But
see,
at which point in time must there be some form of negotiation, MFA? I mean, at which point in time should she say, hey, baby, you know what? I know you don't like it, but my parents need the help.
Okay, so the kind of relationship you're in actually would give you a particular path to follow. If you're in a relationship with a man, you feel that reasonably this man is high above you in way of thinking, then you give the credit to the man to say, look, I trust you enough. I'm telling you this. I don't know what to do, so tell me what to do. But the man should by this time earn that from the woman. And you, this woman, if you're not going to be telling the man too, then by this time, in the eyes of the woman, in the eyes of the man, you should earn that trust from the man that, look, no matter what, my wife is reasonable.
Okay.
She knows what to do with the money as long as we are fine. You need to see the relationship, by the time you know each other, it gets to a point where by this time you should know that I'm sleeping because my husband knows what to do. I'm trusting him on this. So it's not straightforward thing. It comes with the kind of relationship you build with your partner.
But I feel that as long as she's writing us a letter, there's a clear indication that she doesn't trust his judgment. What do you do in this situation when the person you're with, your husband, I mean, you don't trust his judgment? Natalia.
Well, that's a problem. I mean, if I'm with a man and I can't trust his judgment, I'm going to have to make all the decisions by myself, even for the kids that we have together. And it will be difficult, you know. So, I would think that before you even marry someone, you trust their judgment. You know, you're confident that if I ever lost my mind, I'm good, because this man can make the same decisions that I would have made if I was here. Since that's obviously not happening for them, I would say, listen, just talk about it and see how you both can, you know, meet somewhere in the middle. Because here's what, in Ghana, I mean, they are abroad, so I would say in Ghana.
But still, in
Ghana, sometimes a man meets a woman and, okay, I'm in school, and you love me and you want us to do whatever. And half the time you have to help me through school because me naturally I'm struggling and things are not how they should be, you know. And then hear this, when I'm done with school, my younger sister has just entered school. You, the same man, is going to have to help her. My mom is 6. My dad is starting a business. Sometimes a man meets a woman and has to help the entire family. Father, mother, little brothers and sisters. And yes. You know, it happens. We see it happen all the time. And hear this, half the time, this woman will reach a point and say, you know what, I don't think this thing will work. Me, it's not happening for me anymore.
That's a different dimension.
Oh, yeah, it happens. But it happens. I'm only trying to say that sometimes some men go to the extreme. They will take care of you entirely. And even that, eventually, the woman leaves him. You know, so
could this be a situation, Natalia, I like that direction, but could it be a situation where the man has helped enough and he finally wants this moment to be about him, his wife, and his children?
But he's not the one helping. I have my money and I'm sending it to my parents.
How did he get the money? You see, that's the process is always
regardless, as long as the letter states that it's my money and we both acknowledge that it's my money. It could be that he pays me at the end of the month from his pockets. But once it reaches my account or my hands, it's my money. It's my money. You know? So, I mean, as long as it is my money, regardless how I got it, whether you're paying me or giving it to me or whatever, it's my money. And if I decide to send some to my parents and you don't seem to agree because I don't buy salt and pepper, I mean, I'm sorry, but...
She doesn't buy salt and pepper. All right, so we're going for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Selfie, be more boathy. New Nokia 8 with dual sight camera mode on Android.
I sleep worry-free with Always Ultra.
It has a soft, light cotton top layer and gives you 3 times better dryness.
No stain, no check for 2 hours. Good high speed, good morning energy. Good times with my family. Good morning energy, good morning energy. I stay fresh and lively with Always Ultra. Stay happy always.
Nivea combines its unique care with natural cocoa butter and vitamin E. For intensive nourishment that lasts all day. Glowing, radiant skin. Cocoa butter body lotion from Nivea.
Selfie, be more boathy. New Nokia 8 with dual sight camera mode on Android.
We salute those that chase their tomorrows, that live life in the now. To them, the future is everything. They form bonds forever. To them, the sky is not the limit, but another playground. They know their legacy is forever, and they are ready for it. Vodafone Red gives you the freedom to choose more of what you need, whether data, local calls, international calls or SMS, and the care you deserve.
The future is exciting. Ready?
The conversations we have when the cameras are not on us. Oh my goodness. I've got to say a big thank you to Vodafone. Thank you so much for coming on board Tales from the Powder Room. And the world of business is fast-paced, so fast-paced, digitally driven and ever-changing. Now, sustain and grow your business in this environment, Vodafone has something spectacular for you. It's called Vodafone Ready Business. Now, it allows you to see where your business stands and helps you with expert advice to take your business to a place where it will thrive. Now, go onto our website, vodafone.com.gh/business, and click on How Ready Are You? Or call us. We can talk. 0800 100 or 0302 334-040. The future is exciting. Ready? I've got Natalia in the house, Pastor Danso in the house, and of course, MFA, the sweetheart, in the house. I bring it back to MFA. You know, we're talking about age gap. We talked about that. We talked about being able to kind of cut the umbilical cord with your family, etc. And Natalia said it so beautifully, the kind of responsibility you have for your parents or for your home, particularly when you've been able to leave the shores of Ghana. What kind of conversation must she be willing to have with this man? She's had that conversation with us, technically, subliminally, but what should she be having? What kind of conversation should she be having with her husband?
She has to really sound like it's fair. You never know. Genuinely, this man probably doesn't think it's fair.
Okay.
So you have to represent it to him. That is only fair. That I earn $2 because you give me one and I really appreciate it. But the other one, I really think they genuinely need it and I want it. This is what's going to make me happy, because I don't want to be here with you and then I'm not happy because my parents are there and they really, really need the money. So it has to be a genuine and a fair conversation.
Okay.
He's your husband. That's the thing. Like, it is not your brother where you get, or a friend. This is your husband. And if you're not able to find a way out of it, you're going to be living with it. And you're not going to be happy.
Okay.
So it has to be a fair conversation.
Later on, I'll ask you for your last words. But Pastor Dasu, justified asking your wife to stop sending money home, or not justified, regardless of whether your age gap is huge or small, whatever. Justified or unjustified?
Oh, unjustified.
Unjustified.
Yes. Yes. See, you can't just say that. You can't just do that. See, she comes from a family For all you know, she's even the only child of the parents, and probably they are counting on her to survive. See, as to whether the parents are still young, old, they are still her parents. So
that plays no role in this conversation.
yes, you see, they are still the parents, so she can decide to help. Probably the lady is even working. Probably she's even working and getting something small. She even said that the man tracks her phone.
Yeah, you forgot that. We forgot to have that part of the conversation.
That is a no-go zone. You see, so her privacy is even violated in the first place. That's why I said that he's virtually treating the young lady not as a wife, but as a daughter.
Yeah.
So a father monitoring the steps of a child. Don't pass here, don't go here, don't do this. I'll give you your phone when you are 20 years. You see, those kind of attitude. That's why I said initially that we are living in a male-dominated world where we push women at the back. So when you marry a woman and the woman is falls below the age limit of maturity and marriage, you tend to treat the person like she's a small girl. She doesn't know anything. She will grow up. So I need to handle her. If not...
But aren't these then signs of potential danger? I mean, gosh, thank you very much for bringing that. We even forgot to talk about the invasion of her privacy and the fact that she knows that he, probably looks at her accounts, her phone, whatever.
Yes.
Aren't these danger signs, Natalia?
They are. Clearly, they are.
Red flags.
Any man that is going through your phones or checking your emails or your accounts, I mean, the minute I find out, I'm done. Because this is the person that can kill you eventually. Oh, yes.
Oh, Natalia.
Oh, yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. What? I think that's extreme. I think that's extreme because here's what. No, seriously.
Breach of trust.
Yes, that's extreme. If you have any questions, ask me. Say to me, my darling wife, are you still sending money home? And let me tell you yes or no. Let me lie if I have to, but the minute you go behind me to start looking into my things and getting upset over them, and here's what, sometimes some of them don't even let you know that they know what it is that they found out. And they are bottling all of that inside. Listen, people can flare like in the spur of the moment and smack you with a bottle. You know, because they're upset about things.
Because you're so angry.
I know. They're upset about things that they've kept for so long that you don't even know. So I would say that, listen, anybody who is going behind you to go through your phones or your emails or all of that, that is definitely, for me, that's like...
No good zone.
You know?
That's the first red flag.
No. That's the last.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
done.
Do anything. You know, go and date Anita for crying out loud.
Because she doesn't want you.
But the minute you go through my phone, I mean, that's for me is like
wow. It. Pastor, did you want to say something?
Oh, and I was going to say something. I was going to say that when he was talking about the parents being young, it suddenly, a light bulb went off. You know that by the time my daughter's 20, I'll be 40. Ooh, and that means that if she's sending me money, I mean, any husband can say, but your mom is just 40 years old, she can work on her own. But why are you sending her money? So, I mean, I see how some of these things can happen because, you know, some people have kids at a young age. So somebody will say that, but your parents are working, you know, because I haven't retired. And I'm still working for another 20 years.
No, but would you take money from your children even though you're still working?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you wouldn't? That's
No.
why I asked earlier on the role of the parents. Unfortunately, I wish we had background information on the parents.
I know.
Because honestly, at a certain level, you should be able to say to your child, oh, thank you very much for the effort, thank you very much for the gesture. But, you know,
keep
Erica,
it.
So, you know, the first question, we didn't even know whether the parents are asking.
Yeah.
Are they asking in the first place?
We don't know.
Because my mother, she doesn't look like even if I want $1 million bill now, she wants something. Because I try hard. I said, Mommy, but I have it. This one I see, it's proof. I got it. She's like, oh, I'm fine. I don't need it. See, I just want you to, I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
But you see, the other way around, it gives me joy. Joy to give it to her, not because she needs it.
90% of Ghanaian parents will ask for the money. That's the
truth, though. That's the truth.
That's the truth. But some of them probably just gives them joy. I just want to
take it. I mean, here's what. Unless I'm incapacitated or I'm in a very bad place and I need it. But otherwise, come on, if I'm working for myself and earning money, What do I need money for? Because at a certain age, really, you don't even need money for much.
You know, even if I needed money, if my daughter said to me, and I hope that I'd have that kind of relationship with her, that if she was having this kind of issue in her marriage, she would say, Mommy, you know what? Papa na say. You know. But if my daughter ever said to me that, Mommy, I'm having an issue sending you money because Osumesi doesn't want, I would say, no, not Trent. Don't do anything that would ruffle his feathers.
Yeah.
Wait till you feel that things are sorted out. But I think even if you told me, I'd be really concerned. Not that I'm concerned that you're not sending me money, but I'll be concerned about what else is happening in your household. Because clearly, he's stopping you from sending me money. It's probably one of many issues.
Exactly.
Yeah. She said it. Lots of issues.
Yeah.
And
Clearly.
the issue started when she actually entered into that relationship in the first place.
I get this feeling it's one issue that led to the other, that led to the other, that led to the money not being, like, don't send money.
It's
That's
such
what
a
I get.
huge issue. But anyway.
Or maybe there was no love there. It was, the man is going to take me to arbitrary. So let me just go with him.
It's okay, there's a child
Pastor
there, so
Dan,
love
so
will come.
you said something like that. You alluded to something like that. So I know it's okay. The child will come. The child will.
It doesn't always work
It
that
doesn't
way.
always work that way. So we have an issue at hand, but finally, through so many levels of this conversation, we might just have a solution. At least words of advice, so you see exactly how to deal with it. I'm going to start off with Pastor Danso. Your last words, please.
Yes. This situation is very dicey, especially living outside the country. No, but I believe everywhere they are, anywhere they are, they can find some good counselors too. Yes. But the man has a perspective of marriage, because he said that when a lady marries, that's all. See, so she can't do any other thing until he changes that perspective of marriage. There's not going to be a compromise in the home. So I believe they should get to see some good counselors or some mentors who are vested in marriage and pour out their views onto them so that they would. Apart from that, they need to pray.
Natalia.
They need prayer.
They need prayer. Natalia.
Prayer works. Prayer works. Whatever your problems are, I mean, when it comes to relationships, I would say, first of all, pray. Prayer works. And then the men should stop being dictators in a marriage, in a relationship, whatever. You know, you're not my father. You know, you're my husband. And the minute we're married, whether you're 100 and I'm 10, you're my husband. So stop acting as a father and allow me to make certain decisions. I may not make all the right decisions, but we talk about things. You know, we negotiate. We decide how we're going to throw things about. Because eventually, we're going to raise children, you know, and these children are going to grow up and do things in other places. And we have to be able to find a way to balance our ideas and our decisions. Otherwise, then, obviously, this will not work. Because it's going to be like one person making all the decisions, and I have to just kowtow and say, yes, our master. You know, that won't work.
Well, okay, this one I'm going to say may not work in Ghana here. Luckily, they are outside of Ghana. So I like to also think that this girl is working and she's earning money. This is why she says she wants to send her own money. So if you're genuinely working and you're earning some money, I think you should discuss with your husband. Get some accounts where there's a percentage that comes from you and comes from the husband, and then it's kept there because you're entitled to something for yourself. You're going to be walking on the streets of somewhere one day, you see a shoe you want to like, are you going to call your husband for it? So the rest that is left after the percentage or everything is taken out, that's for you. You decide what you want to do with. See, if you want to send all of that to your parents, please do. If he says no to one that belongs to you, then this is where, Pastor, with your permission, I say, Ankafu. That's what I think.
Okay, my darling. Here's what I have to say. It's a pity there's so many questions, and I'm sure if you're watching this show, either online or however you're getting the information from us to you, I think that you are in trouble. I think that you're in trouble. There are so many things you didn't say in the letter, but I sense that you're in trouble. I don't know the extent of the issue. You've only told us one. He prevents you from sending money to your parents. I don't know what else there is. Now, whichever country in which you find yourself, I'm asking you, get help. Get the kind of help that can protect you. You are a mother now. You may be in a place where he is in control. I understand that. And I wish I could reach out to you. If there's a way you can send me an email, let us know, okay, which country you are in. You mentioned the other issues. What are the other issues? Because I'm dying to know what they are. But I sense that you need help. My 3 wonderful people in the studio have given you advice, but you need to stop being in a situation where you're looking over your shoulder. You need to stop being in a situation where someone is evading your privacy. You need to stop being in a situation where someone's dictating to you what you do with your money and what you do with your family. It's a dangerous situation, and I can tell. So please get the help. And for all you women and men out there who feel you're in a relationship that is toxic, your partner is stopping you from doing what you believe is your right to do, either for your family, your parents, your sisters, your brother, you need to start analyzing if the love they say they have for you is real, genuine love. As far as I'm concerned, somebody who loves you genuinely is even more in love with your family. So much so that they'll say, honey, stop sending your little money. Let me send the money. I'm telling you, think about it. So until I see you next week, God bless all of you. And you know, from me to you, it is always love. Bye-bye.
Selfie, be more boathy. New Nokia 8 with dual sight camera mode on Android.
Relax your hair with confidence with new Superior Moisture Plus Relaxer by Dark & Lovely. The oil-infused formula is enriched with African shea butter. For the first time, 60% less breakage. Get lively-looking, stronger hair with 60% less breakage.